you, also to me, because I've made that mistake in the past. Let's not take Bruno for granted. Let's not take Bruno Fernandes for granted, because at some point we had to play with Andres Pereira. At some point our midfield was McTominay, Fred, and Pereira playing that Bruno role. So let's not underrate how impactful Bruno has been and how much. Okay, Mr. Bruno Fernandes. He's had an amazing start to the Premier League so far. I think he has created the most chances out of any player. It's just United don't really have a striker up there at the minute. Hopefully Rasmus Højlund is able to come into this lineup as soon as possible. Just regarding Bruno Fernandes, I think there's been a lot of criticism from myself included, from other people, that maybe at times have not been as fair. And Bruno is one of my favorite players, and it's been like 2 years since I've made a video. 2 years to 18 months since I made a video on Bruno Fernandes. So without wasting any more time, guys, it's about time we made a video on Bruno. It's about time we start appreciating this guy once again. As per usual, I'll leave the link to Raphael's channel in the description if you want to go and check him out afterwards. Yeah, with Bruno, you have one of the best Premier League midfielders at the minute. My only problem with Bruno was when people compared him to Kevin De Bruyne, which I think they're not in the same league. But I don't think that's really any type of criticism, really. Kevin De Bruyne is one of one. And that's the thing, man. When Bruno does things like this, when he's able to slow down his game, when he's able to operate in these areas where he exceeds, this is when we see the best Bruno. When we have that Bruno that's just trying to play passes anywhere and everywhere. As I said before, he looks like an erratic kid. That's when the criticism mainly comes from me. But for most of the time, Bruno is an excellent player, excellent distributor, always fighting to win the ball back in the middle of the pitch. Has a goal in him, as we know. Look at this ball he played to Rashford, man. Easy for Rashford to square it. Fantastic pass. Once again, that vision to play that pass into Rashford. He's a maestro. He's United's maestro. And I think he definitely deserves a bit more credit, especially now I think we are going to begin to see the best of Bruno Fernandes once again, as we're going to get a proper striker in. And then as a finisher, we know what Bruno does as a finisher. We know Bruno has that ball in him. Good job there from Rashford, takes it inside, ball to Bruno, good one too. I just want to see Bruno get double digits once again this season, man. That's my favorite Bruno. When he's able to create and score effortlessly. I always messed that up. Perfect pass there. Who's that to? Wan-Bissaka? Fantastic pass there from Bruno. Good recovery from Wambi as well. Look at that Trivela. Martial doesn't even attempt to get it. Great pass. Again, the finishing of Bruno Fernandes in full display. You have a player who's able to create at the level and at the rate that Bruno does, but he's also able to go out there and get their own goal. United fans, this is a message especially to you, also to me, because I've made that mistake in the past. Let's not take Bruno for granted. Let's not take Bruno Fernandes for granted, because at some point we had to play with Andres Pereira. At some point our midfield was McTominay, Fred, and Pereira playing that Bruno role. So let's not underrate how impactful Bruno has been and how much better he makes this team. Fantastic goal. Pow. Perfect finish. Well slotted. Great goal from Rashford. Great goal from my boy Rashford. That's another one we need to react to very soon. there's definitely something. I think the turnaround point to where, Bruno's productivity definitely took a dip was that Ronaldo season, because for the past 2 years, Bruno's productivity had been insane. His first 6 months at United, and then his first full year where he was definitely one of the top 3 players in the league. And I'm not saying this, to kind of point Ronaldo as the problem. Ronaldo still scored 19 goals for us that year, and he scored those 6 goals in the Champions League. Ronaldo was an impactful player in that team, and arguably our best player that season. It was just that, look at this pass. Fantastic. Wait, run that pass again, man. Let's not overlook that pass. The level of precision and power you need to have to make a pass like this. From your own half, straight to Rashford. Poor touch there. But as I was saying about Ronaldo, this is not a criticism to Ronaldo, it's just a fact. Like, when you have a player of Ronaldo's quality, your game has to sacrifice a little bit. The way you have to play has to be sacrifice a little bit, because you need to maximize Ronaldo's talent. And as I said, Ronaldo scored 90 goals in the Premier League. He scored 6 goals in the Champions League. He was very impactful for us. He's the main reason why we go out the round of 16 that season. But when you're looking at Bruno, a player who was able to get 20 goals, not 20 goals, 20 assists, and close to 20 goals, I think, that year, his game took a hit. And I don't think Bruno has been able to reach the same level for productivity since then. I would love to see Bruno reaching similar numbers this year. And it's not just numbers for the sake of numbers. It's numbers also to help us, finish within the top 4 and make a run in the Champions League. Because if we get clinical Rashford once again, it will be easy. If we get Rasmus Højlund, then he can be somewhat clinical. It will also be easy for Bruno. Because look at this pass he just played to Elanga and then he just misses. Or this ball he made to Anthony and then he just misses. Countless times we're seeing throughout this video the many missed chances that Bruno creates. He has such a good touch for the ball when it comes to these long passes, and then his vision is also amazing. Such a complete player really for us. Good switch there. This is what I say, man. Let's not take this man for granted. He adds so much to this team. Bruno there, good cross. Fred, fantastic. Fantastic. Bruno across to Martial, squares it. Come on, Martial. Impact player, especially in that game against Nottingham Forest. We saw that how impactful he is. Not only his ability on the pitch, but his leadership as well, that just oozes from also his playing ability, because he can lead by example. But anyways, guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching it to the end. You're much appreciated. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all those things to help me grow this channel. You're much appreciated. And yeah, as I said at the end of all of my videos, subscribe for daily football content, and I'll see you guys soon.